We'll begin with Columbus police officer Adam Coy, found guilty of murdering Andre Hill. Hill shot 4 times in December of 2020 while coming out of a dark garage holding a cell phone and keys.
Coy is the first ever officer to be found guilty of murder in Franklin County. He'll now be sentenced 3 weeks from today, where he faces life in prison.
Some of the immediate reaction now from family and the police union following the verdict.
It's been way too long, but I'm glad that it's over. I mean, it won't bring Andre back, but hopefully it will set a precedent across the board for everyone else. That this is not something that we can tolerate.
Completely shocked murder, completely shocked. I thought in this county perhaps a mistrial. Mr. Coy's dying. Simple as that. Mr. Coy is dying. He will die in prison.
Emotions certainly running high, so we have team coverage for you tonight. Kate Seifert and Rodney Dunnigan getting reaction from all sides. Rodney starts us off. You spoke to the family. What did they say, Rodney?
Well, Stacia, as you mentioned, the emotions have been thick here in the courthouse throughout the day. I spoke with family members, friends, and supporters of Andre Hill. This is a day that they have been waiting for some time. For them, this verdict is the justice that they've been calling for.
Very emotional. It was very emotional. I mean, I was nervous, terrified of what I would hear.
A painful sigh of relief. Nearly 4 years after the death of Andre Hill, his 2 sisters able to breathe again.
I know what I saw. I know what happened. I know what he did. So, I mean, there was no question in my mind.
The pair, along with a host of loved ones, emotional following the guilty verdict for former Columbus officer Adam Coy, convicted of murder in the December 2020 shooting death of Andre Hill.
I'm happy this is over. Basically, I'm just happy that we got the verdict. The jury saw this right. We're just happy this day is over.
In court, when the verdict was read, family shedding tears, holding each other close, thankful for the outcome, but firm in the reality that despite a prison sentence for former officer Coy, Andre won't be coming back.
Thank God that they saw everything, that they were able to actually see what was. We're really happy.
Through all the distractions.
And something else I asked the family of Andre Hill this afternoon, I said, how do you feel knowing that former officer Adam Coy will be going to prison? They were stark and straightforward in their answer and said that Andre Hill is no longer here and that Adam Coy still has his life. So that's how they're looking at this. They say their loved one is gone, and Adam Coy will still be able to live on despite that prison sentence. Now, we've also been hearing some stark and straightforward comments coming from the Fraternal Order of Police. Of course, Kate Seifert has been following this story for weeks now, and Kate, they were very passionate in their response to this verdict as well.
Yeah, Rodney, they certainly were. As you know, we have been covering this trial for over 2 weeks now. The jury ultimately deliberating for about 12 hours before coming to that guilty verdict on all 3 charges. And as we have told you already, this is the first time a Columbus police officer has been convicted of murder here in Franklin County.
We, the jury, being duly empowered and sworn, to find the defendant, Adam Coy, guilty of murder.
This send a message to every officer in this county that your split-second decision could now be led to murder. It is absolutely insane, and we are shocked by it.
Former CPD patrol officer Adam Coy immediately taken into custody, convicted of murder, felonious assault, and reckless homicide in the shooting death of Andre Hill. Hill was unarmed at the time of the shooting. Prosecuting attorney Anthony Pearson reacting to the jury's verdict.
They've thought about it. There's a lot before them, and they really gave it the necessary consideration that this type of case deserves.
It's been nearly 4 years since Coy shot and killed Hill. Since then, he has been diagnosed with cancer and, according to his attorney, is still undergoing some treatments.
Mr. Coy is dying. He will die in prison. There's no win here. There's no silver lining, right? Mr. Hill's dead and Mr. Coy is dying. The whole entire situation was an absolute tragedy.
In the courtroom Monday was Amy Detweiler. She was with Coy the night of the shooting and testified in this trial, telling the jury there was no doubt in her mind Coy believed Hill had a weapon.
Unfortunately, the jurors only get to know Adam through his testimony. They don't get to patrol the streets with Adam. They don't get to know the type of officer Adam is. So that's a difficult thing.
By request of the prosecution, the judge revoked Coy's bond Monday. Up until now, he has remained free, posting a $1 million bond back in February 2021.
We shouldn't be giving people special treatment. And I've been practicing criminal law for a long time. Individuals usually get convicted of this type of crime, bond is revoked. So I just want to maintain equality in those aspects.
Coy will be back here in court for sentencing the week of Thanksgiving. He faces 15 years to life in prison. Rodney.
All right, thank you, Kate. And as we've reported for weeks now, it's taken about 4 years to reach this point. Stacia is giving us a timeline, walking us through when this started in December of 2020, and also how the Columbus City Council stepped in before the courts. Take a listen.
December 22nd, 2020, Central Ohio still reeling from the death of Casey Goodson, an unarmed man shot by a deputy. We learned of the shooting that killed Andre Hill.
I am deeply saddened, frustrated, angry, demanding answers of what happened in our community earlier this morning.
CPD commanders immediately took Adam Coy's badge and gun. 5 days later, he would be fired. A month later, Columbus City Council takes action, passing Andre's Law with new directives for the use of body cameras by Columbus police. Just shy of a year after the shooting and following others involving Columbus police, Chief Tom Quinlan resigns.
We view this as their acknowledgement that there are problems that need to be fixed.
In May of 2021, Columbus City Council approved a $10 million settlement for Hill's family, the largest in the city's history. Adam Coy was set to go on trial in April of 2023, but his cancer diagnosis and treatment delayed the proceedings until 2 weeks ago.
And as we have reported today, again, a former Columbus police officer, Adam Coy, convicted of murder in the shooting death of Andre Hill. He will be sentenced the week of Thanksgiving. Kind of a sad footnote to this story, again, on the holiday. If you remember, back in December of 2020, Andre Hill was shot and killed just days before Christmas. Of course, we will follow this case all the way through to the conclusion, and we will be back with you this evening at 6 with more emotional reaction from today's verdict. For now, reporting live downtown, back to you, Bob.
All right, thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Kate.